been a while, folks. Yo! Alright, go on, boy. Not bait in the hole. Alright. Spud Run is live. Nobody's in the chat yet. That's okay. Now we got 2 people watching. So if you are watching, do we have any audio? And how's the audio sound? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got some people in here now, boys. It's game time. Absolutely game time. We got first time watching. Hey Jeremy, audio's good. Thank you, Alex. So just wanted to come on here tonight. Hadn't done this in a long while. So it's always good to just catch up with everybody. This is a good opportunity for me to just sit here, fireside, golf green background. Welcome to my backyard, and just catch up on everything and answer any questions I can. Well, clear. So where's everybody from here tonight? We got 31 people already, and don't mind me. I'm just got off the mower. I was on the mower all evening. Nothing exciting tonight at Spud Run. It was mowing. From the time I got off work, actually I sharpened the blades, then jumped right in the mower. And it's almost dark, and I thought, hey, let's talk. And I'm a little too close to the fire. Let me tell you that right now. Might be taking some clothes off here. All right, we got Texas, New Jersey, Virginia. We got Sean next door. So Sean's watching. I could probably hit driver 3-wood pitching wedge to his place. Maybe, if I was striping it. Got some from Boston, Florida, Bama, Maryland, London, Ohio. Hot dog. Darren says, see you in 60 days. So it sounds like Darren is coming to Spud Run Golf here in 60 days. Good on you, brother. I think you'll love it. So I'm a little bit behind on actual long-form videos here on YouTube. Probably at least 2 behind. However, I actually should be editing videos tonight, but I'm not. I'm sitting here talking to you, but that's okay. We have our first couple groups have came in. We've had 4 groups now, I think. Tonight, we actually have a lull in the schedule. There's nobody here tonight. But they fire right back up Friday. So we've got a little break. Farmer is the worst golfer to play Spud Run. Do you have a map of the golf course? I really don't. We kind of done one a couple years ago, but it wasn't really good, but I need to. I think on certain videos, if I had like an overview from way up and it showed all the holes, it would help you guys understand. You know, I watch YouTube videos also, and it's very, very easy to never ever get the gist of the layout of the land, of the terrain, the undulations, the elevations. And an overview map would not help with all of that, but it would definitely help you when I'm talking about working on 6T or 4T. I think it would help you. It really would. So that's, I don't know if somebody's out there smarter than I am. Feel free to shoot me an email. We'll make a map. We'll make a map of Spud Run. Just got new scorecards. That would have been awesome to put on the scorecards. Here's a couple funny stories. One of the first groups that came in, maybe the second group, I think they were from North Carolina. So they came in, it was day 2, and they didn't know where number 9T was. Well, the new layout, number 9T is the Hack Shack. So they went a whole day or so playing and never found number 9T, which is the Hack Shack. And the other funny part to that, and you guys are watching, I'm laughing with you. Day 2, they said they played night golf, which is no problem. They was back to Hack Shack, and they had light and the glow-in-the-dark balls. And they said they played, and they had their flashlights driving around the golf course see where they go. And they just then realized that the golf carts have headlights. So they said, you know, that's probably something you should let the folks know, that these have headlights, which I thought it was pretty self-explanatory when you see these big round LED headlights on the front, but we laughed about it, and they figured it out from there. All right, we got some questions here, possibly. We got somebody from the Thumb of Michigan. Oh, there's Big Will. Big Will is also from Michigan. Donnie says, what do you charge to stay and play at your golf course? I think the B&B's around $300 a night, and then the golf course is kind of on donations. There's a whole process to it. This year's pretty much booked up on staying and playing, or even playing. There's a few openings. It's just a tough track to get into. That makes me happy and sad at the same time. Every single day. Every day. I could pull my phone out right now and show you upwards of 15 to 20 messages just from today, emails, about people wanting to come here and hang out, or stay at the Airbnb or play. And this year's kind of just shot in the butt, unfortunately. But fortunately for us, that's good. It's booked up so much through November. We got somebody from Texas. We got, you can't see Root or Ellie or shit. Bobo. I've got a dog right here. Back to the questions. I'm considering making a LiDAR course of spud run for 2025. I made one for TG19. Yeah, you guys talk about sims and LiDAR. That's way above my pay grade. I'm a dirt farmer, and I tinker with grass, and I struggle with that part of it. All right, you stink, Bobo. Gee, man, Christmas. Any planned YouTube collaborations this summer? Cheers from Michigan. Oh, so I've been working on some. Actually, some folks have been working with me. I've been working with them. There's nothing set in stone right now. I actually did, and this is, I won't say this is low-key, but I reached out. You guys probably remember Berdogi came last year, Josh Mayer. We had a couple decent-sized creators come and hang out and play, almost average guys. We were talking about putting just like a creator event on, like a 2-day event for just creators to come here from all different areas of the country, where they want to come from. And we had a couple days in July that was going to work out, and I didn't feel the love. I won't say I didn't feel the love. I just didn't get a lot of immediate feedback, and I've got so many other things going on. I just was like, all right, I mean, no big deal then. We probably won't do it. We had some talks a couple months ago about a really, really big creator, one of the biggest creators in the golf space coming. Actually, the biggest creator in golf space coming. And his schedule got real busy real quick. He just exploded in the last couple months, and haven't heard much more about that. So, no big deal on that. No, I think I just touched on that, Alex. You need to contact Mike and Eli from Chasing Scratch. Yeah. I will say, for you guys that sit here with me for the last 3 years, it's helped. As Spud Run has grown, we've got more eyeballs on us, we've got more clout. It's getting a little bit easier to get a response from folks, from other creators. It's getting a little bit easier as our numbers get bigger and just more people know about us. And I knew that would happen. You know, a couple years ago, we was trying to get Bob Does Sports to come by, and reached out to him several times. People were tagging us in their videos and never did get a response at all, which is okay. It's hell staying caught up on emails and messages on a small channel like mine, so I can't imagine how they could even handle that many emails and messages. But what I was saying was, I said that back then, as Spud Run grows, if it does keep growing, it'll get easier for me to get responses from other content creators. And I love having content creators here, but just the same as that, I love having the 25 handicapper that can't hit a ball for a lick, but comes here and grins ear to ear for 2 days and thanks me and just says this is heaven, blah blah blah. That's dang near just as special as these creators. It really is. The creators do help the numbers, but we're happy with the numbers. Yeah, you build it and they will come. They have started to come. Yes. Northern PA. We go through Northern PA when we go to West Point. Oh, Mikey produces. Have you started whittling down the entries to the subscribers tournament? Cheers from KC, Missouri. That's a great talking point, brother. The subscribers tournament. This will be our 4th year. This is going down in September. Was it the last video or maybe 2 videos ago I announced that we were doing the subscribers tournament, and I said, you know, plead your case if you want to be in the subscribers tournament. My goodness. I mean, my goodness. We've had overwhelming interest in the subscribers tournament this year. I have like a couple friends and my son Carson, my older son Carson. We were going to sit down this past weekend. We didn't get to. But I made a solo email just for the subscribers entries. And they can all see those. So the goal is here very, very soon is to go through all these emails and pick the pool, pick the pot. We've had folks from overseas, from UK, all over America, a lot from Ohio. Crazy stories. I mean, we've had as short as somebody saying, I want to play in the subscribers tournament, to a 5-pager of bulletin points and pictures and videos and links to profiles. This one is going to be tricky to pick, which we'll pick 11 golfers for the subscribers tournament, and then we'll have some alternates. This one's we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I guarantee you we'll get the right folks, and can't wait till September to have these subscribers out to play. It is truly one of the best events of the year. It's something that I can't explain. You know, subscribers that's played this before, they'll tell you. It's just a ball of fun, 100%. So that'll be coming to you in September. And I'm almost done with the next long form video here on YouTube. I will not announce them on this one, but probably next week we'll have the announcement for the subscribers. Brendan says the green looks incredible. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Last night it was about dark. I mixed some chemicals up. You know, I spray the green every couple weeks. In the heat of the summer, I'll spray it a little more often. But I sprayed the green with some good stuff, some fungicides, fertilizer, some PGR, and I forgot to turn the sprinkler off this morning. So this morning the sprinkler goes off. It starts at 4:30. I sprayed last night at close to 9. So I'm hoping that was not a waste of time. I should be able to tell here pretty soon if it worked. But where it was cool last night, we had a lot of dew that kind of was sitting on the grass, and I'd like to let those chemicals dry. Obviously, they didn't get to dry, so we'll see how it goes. That is totally my fault. I'm a hack greenskeeper. I wouldn't even say greenskeeper. I'm a hack backyard lawn enthusiast at best. So that's what you get when you get somebody my caliber. Somebody says, what type of grass do you use? Evan, buddy, we got anything you want, what you want. We've got bent grass, bluegrass, fescue, ryegrass. We've got different grasses. I like tinkering with different grasses. The green's bent grass, the fairways, fescue. Tee boxes, we have rye on one tee box. We've got some bluegrass on number 3 tee box. And those are all just because I like playing with the different grasses. And the old number 2 tee, which is now number 3 with the change up of the holes, that bluegrass that we planted last September looks like the stuff that comes out of Ruby's butt. It looks terrible still. And I've tried to baby it. Struggling with that tee box. Don't sell yourself short. I think you're doing a great job. I'm doing the best I can. Yeah. Oh, we got fried eggs golfing here. Come on. Who do you think has the second best backyard golf course in America? Come on. So that's our guys, Fried Eggs Golf. Randy and Steve. They're up around, I think, Fort Wayne, Indiana, which that's not too far from Spud Run. It's really not. And there's been some hint of Spud versus Eggs, a little collaboration match, me and one of my boys versus those two. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. I'm new here, but have you ever watched The Lawn Care Nut? I have not. Oh, we got a couple agronomy questions. What's your height of cut for the green? The green is about 0.14 right now. I feel like ball marks have to be a problem. How do you mitigate that? The ball marks. How do I mitigate the ball marks? Well, for one, I dang near threaten one's life when they play here. That's like the #1 rule. Repair your ball marks immediately. They've done studies on these. Fire in the hole. They have done studies on ball marks, and they say if you repair it within like 5 to 7 minutes, it heals pretty much that day. If you wait much longer than 10 minutes or so, it could take up to a week or two to heal properly. So always try to encourage folks to fix their ball marks. And when people book the B&B, I've got a welcome video. It's like 30 minutes long. So I made that so that when people come to Spud Run to stay at the Airbnb and play golf, I pretty much went through all the motions from pulling up the road to getting into the B&B and coming to the golf course. I talked about the dogs, talked about Rondo, talked about local restaurants, talked about everything. I did not talk about fixing ball marks. So I probably need to make a new video and maybe do a little tutorial on fixing ball marks properly, because that's important. I got off track there. I think I answered your questions. Best advice to visitors to keep this thing going for years to come? I mean, just have some respect. Have some respect. And not only respect here, have respect at any golf course you go to. And that's from ball marks to divots to hell picking up trash or keeping your stuff picked up. I just discovered you this week, and I'm about 2 hours from you. Well, good for you, Brad. Appreciate you. We've had a lot of new subscribers. A lot. I think we've probably gained 5,000 or 6,000, 7,000 in the last month or so. You know, I know some of you tinker with YouTube just like I have, and it's a tough gig. We went a couple years, and you know, I remember making videos and post the video in the evening and just wait for it says 0 views, 0 views. Wake up in the morning, and it still says 0 views. And then you might see 2 views, and you're like, I'm on a roll, baby, got 2 views. And by no means am I bragging now, but now I can post a video, and within, it seems like a half hour or so, it's got 1,000 views. It feels rewarding. It does. So I guess if anybody's out there trying to play this game like I have, don't get discouraged, and it should happen. Hopefully you've got something unique to talk about or show. Tim Clark, check your fire. It's fine. Actually, I can see the fire in the screen too, but I'm more concerned with reading the comments. But if Tim Clark, he says check your fire pit a couple times. It looks fine, brother. You'd be really excited if you've seen some of the fires we have up here. I have watched you for like 4 months. Keep it up. You have the best content and have a great day. Thanks for bringing good content into my life. Well, thank you, Josh. Okay. We're worried about the firewood. We're going to fix the firewood. This is just scrap pieces. Try not to get burnt here. That's probably better, right? Okay, we got how's the new hole plane. The new hole was beautiful. Sitting back of that tee box, I mean, you can see right now the greenery, the leaves are just starting to come on. So I've known all along that once we get this coverage in the canopy of the trees, it would just make it feel so secluded, so different. And it's getting there, but it's also decreased that shoot. Now I know you guys have watched the videos of me building that thing, and you're quick. I won't say you're quick, but it's easy to say it's too narrow. But the people that's played here, the groups that I went up and talked to, it's actually more forgiving than what this camera makes it look like. It really is. But having said that, with the leaves coming on, even myself, I've seen it just shrink a little bit. I actually reached out to a guy tonight. We have a couple of trees on hole 7, which is straight across up on the hill. You can kind of see it way up there. Like if somebody was standing there, it'd be hard to see them, but it's way up there. We've got a couple of those tree limbs with a back pin placement on the green. It's hard to hit to the pin. So I reached out to a guy today about climbing trees. I've got about 4 or 5 limbs that I can't climb trees. I don't know how to do it. If I could get like an arborist, a tree climber here, and say, hey, there's like 4 limbs I think I'd like for you to climb because the grades are too steep. I have friends with bucket trucks that we could definitely use a bucket truck if we had access to them. But these limbs I speak of, they're on steep hills that we can't get bucket trucks to. So it's either A, cut the whole tree down, or B, climb the tree and cut the limbs off. And we'll see where that goes. We'll see where it goes. Tim says one of these days I'm going to come up there from Amelia High and play your golf course. Oh, yeah. Ace Ventura says Jeremy, exclamation point, in capital letters. What's up, brother? Evan says, y'all happy now? All right, Brad is new here. Brad says, do all the holes share the same green? Or how many greens do you have? So Brad, you're new. No big deal. It is one green. So Spud Run Golf, we've got 9, and I want to stress this. We got a big bug on me. We have 9 unique tee boxes, and I stress unique because the tees are all different distances. We have a creek to contend with on some. We have elevations to contend with. The 2 par 5s are totally opposite. One's a hard dogleg left. One's a hard dogleg right. They're real deal holes. And the goal from day one has been to create these tee boxes to feel unique. And everybody that comes here agrees with that 100%. I got a bug on me. Everybody agrees with that. Could I have done better a little bit? Probably. But working with what we have, it feels like a 9-hole golf course. Now you are putting on the same green. I'll change the cup sometimes during one's round to make it a little different. But I can make the pin location pretty tricky. And then the next question I'll get probably is, are you going to build another green? And my quick answer is always time and money. I don't have the money and I don't have the time to maintain more than what I have now. I'm more about focusing on the quality of what we do have, and people like it. I mean, the group we had a couple weeks ago, there was 8 of them. They played like a Ryder Cup format. They played in an 8-some. There was no rush. It's unique. Obviously, having a backyard golf course like I have is unique. I'm skewing way from this point, but it has one green. Yes, Brad. But I can tell by that question you're new, and that's a question I get often. So, yes, sir. There's Hobie. Hobie, it says feared by many. How many daggone YouTube channels you got, Hobie? That's Hobie from Hotlanta. It was at last year's subscribers tournament. Brad Webb will be here in July, then September. So Brad Webb came up last year, had a great time, so much that he's coming back twice to Spud Run this year. Twice. He's got 2 weekends booked up to come back this year. Jim says, what's your favorite hole? I don't know. I mean, the new par 5 is visually probably going to take the cake. The one up on the hill, people like it. I don't know that I have a favorite hole. If you talk about a favorite hole as far as scoring, it's probably the old par 5. If you get pretty gutsy, you can score on that pretty easy. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite hole. Number 1's sweet. Heck, they're all sweet. The one I did not like was the old number 5, and we took care of that by adding a new par 5, which is now number 6. So the number 5, if you ever played it before, is gone. It's DUN. Done, son. Done. So to play, do you need to book the Airbnb? That helps. I'll run through this real quick. It's a common situation. So the B&B is pretty much booked up for most of the year. So let's say you have the B&B booked June 20th. I don't know what June 20th is, but you got booked June 20th and 21st. You're coming to stay and golf. And I've told you in an email that, the course will be all yours. So then if I have somebody local or just somebody wants to come and play it just for a day, the course cannot handle, it can handle multiple groups as long as you're all in the same group. So, if you'd come in and I have another group, say, come from Cincinnati, you guys are going to be, it just won't mesh. So typically, the B&B guests do take priority. My family and friends, I mean, they're out here playing all the time. So I get a lot of messages and emails about people wanting to just stay, just to play around, not stay, but just to play. And I'll try to accommodate people as I can. And then people's always like, well, just let me know if you do. I've got so many messages. I can't, if I have a cancellation or something, I'll try to reach out to somebody I know or somebody that's really tried to get on. I'll do my best. It's tricky. Tricky. Have you tried to reach out to Good to collaborate? I actually don't know that I ever have, but they're way too big for Spud Run. Let's see. Big Will, next weekend, 50th birthday party at Spud Run. Yep. Big Will is going to love his trip to Spud Run. Big Will will be here a couple times this year, I believe. Oh, we got Jason. Thanks for inspiring me to build my own out in Wisconsin. Well, yeah, Jason. I do get a lot of private messages and emails about just like that. People sending me pictures, or maybe I gave them the motivation, or they seen that a hack can do something like this, so it pushed them. A lot of people are probably on the fence about building, whether it be a small backyard golf green or something bigger. And I get a lot of, I would say, praise through emails and messages. People saying, man, you inspired me to do this, or you tipped me over the edge, or my wife watched it and you persuaded her to let me do this. I hope I don't always make it look easy, because it's not, but I show you the real stuff here. I do that. I'm trying to get into this year's subscriber tourney. Well, hopefully you've sent your email, and that's the best advice I can give you right now, is I hope you've sent your email. Oh, this is a long one here. I'll cliff note it. We got, hey, Chief, new subscriber, awesome project. What is your course record? We don't have a new course record, and I say new course because we added a new par 5, which changed the complete layout. So we actually don't really have a new course record. It's going to be set by me ASAP, and there's some cats coming from Michigan that's going to probably jack that all up, just like they did last year, but we'll address that accordingly. This is like watching the NFL draft. I can hear the chimes. Yeah, maybe we should do a live feed when we go through the subscriber emails to pick those out. Have you guys vote. Do you always burn dimensional lumber in the fire pit? How's morales? No, I don't always burn dimensional lumber, but I actually had a bunch of good firewood up here, and I think it was gone from the weekend guest. So I just grabbed what I had. I picked up some sticks around here. No, I have like a firewood shed that's got a bunch of firewood, but also on the flip side of that, by having a sawmill, I get a lot of dimensional lumber, or, you know, the scabs we cut off. So we usually burn typical firewood up here. You guys are heathens, absolute heathens. We got, has anyone made a hole-in-one in your course? Yeah, there's been a bunch. I'd say we just kind of started keeping track last year. We're probably up to 11 or 12 now, maybe 13. But it gets played a lot. And a couple of the par threes are, like from the Hack Shack, it's, what, 55 yards, so it's easier. I don't know of any. The one par three is 200 yards. There's only been like 2 recorded birdies on that one, so I know there's not been a hole-in-one. Been a lot of eagles. There was almost a hole-in-one from hole 1 not too long ago, and it placed 310. But there was a lot of wind, I believe, and it almost went in. We got Nate from Bissell Maple Farm in the live stream. Nate, how we doing, buddy? You need to make an hour-long video of just that fire with that green as a backdrop. Yeah, well, you know what it's like to get retention. You know, the live streams like we're doing now. I don't mind to just sit up here and just not talk. But when we actually do like a long-form video, man, you got to just clip. It's because if not, you see the retention just dip, and that's something I'm still getting used to. I talk too much. My videos are not the best sometimes. Well, I'm glad you guys are liking the setting. I mean, this is Backyard Golf America at its finest. Hack Shack, campfire, golf green. We got the lights on, so it's, you guys, it looks lit up, but the woods are getting pretty daggone dark. That's another beauty of this, is the lights for evenings like this. Do you ever get visitors from Canada? Oh, yeah. We actually do. We get, let's say probably, last year we probably had a half a dozen. And then this year on the books, I think we have a couple. We actually have a group flying in. Now listen to this. This is a decent story. So I get a lot of emails about people staying and just a lot of interesting situations. So we have a group that is flying in. So they asked, which we have a lot of people flying to like CMH, which is Columbus. It's an hour away. It's a commercial. It's a big airport. Well, this person asked about like local airport. So our county airport it's small when you talk about airports, but he's bringing in 6 golfers. So that's 6 golfers, 6 sets of clubs, and they've got their own wheels. They got their own wings. So I don't know the backstory with this group. I do know they have the Airbnb booked. I know their dates. But that's some loot, right? I mean, for a jet to have the ability to haul 6 people with golf clubs and luggage, that's got to be a pretty decent-sized jet. So I'm excited to meet these guys. Well, I'm excited to meet all of you. I'm just saying this is unique. We've had people fly into the, commercially, but for somebody to fly their own jet into our county, like, I might make a video just to that. I mean, out at the airport, here I am, YouTube, taking video, because it's pretty cool. All right. Don't read this one. Huh. Do you edit all your own content? I do for the most part, yep. My boys have helped me some, But for most of what you see, it's me and an iPad and hours upon hours per video. I am not efficient at video editing. I'm the guy that I don't want a computer. Give me a shovel. Let me dig a hole. Keep me away from the desk. Unfortunately, I have to spend a lot of time at the desk. Not for editing, but for work and other stuff too. How much is B&B? We covered that earlier. It's about $300 a night. How does somebody book a stay? Shoot me an email, spudrungmailcom@gmail.com. There's a few weekdays open for this year, but for the most part, the schedule is full. The pattern is full, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. So we've been on here 36 minutes. And this is a record we have. We've been up to like 150 folks watching, so. Spud, did you get goats? Oh my goodness. The goats will make an appearance in the next long form video. Oh. All right, there's one down. We can do one more, guys. Yeah, there's a goat. There's multiple goats. How did you know we had goats? What do you do for your first job? Well, I kind of have one job. We do like construction, excavation, concrete. Today we poured concrete. The other day we done a sewer line. Excavation, concrete, stuff like that. I actually do a lot of different things, but that's the bread and butter for the most part. For Father's Day, can we get a video of you and the little Spud playing golf? Yeah. So like tonight, we have 4 boys. The one boy's at West Point, but the other 3 boys are out here playing tonight. I mentioned earlier in this live stream that we don't have any visitors right now. Perfect, right? The boys, they had a couple of their friends out, and they played tonight. So there's more than, there's kind of 4 Spud juniors. The boy at West Point has never played golf. The other ones do, but he was back for Easter weekend, and he was talking about golf a little bit. West Point's got a nice little golf course that I'd like to play one of these days. Oh, it was one of my shorts. Yeah. Saw a baby goat in day 3 video, yeah. Tonight we have bush lattes in the koozie. Do you see any snakes out there? Unfortunately, yes. Nothing like that's going to eat the dog or eat me. Regardless, so we don't like snakes. If you could teleport one famous golf hole into your backyard, which one are you stealing and why? That is like crazy. That's a pretty good question. You're really gonna make me think tonight, aren't you? Oh, I can't sit here and ponder that and still keep train of thought on doing a live stream. I'll try to think about like way back here as we talk, and like a squirrel here in a minute, I might just blurt it out. I do that a lot in videos. I try to edit that stuff out, but I get to talking about something, and the next thing you know, I'm talking about something completely different. We'll work on that. Somebody was asking earlier how you deal with divots, seed sod. So when you speak of divots, we're talking about how you repair divots, like we're talking about when somebody takes a club and takes a chunk of grass out. If that's the case, and this is good for this is general golf knowledge. If you're playing in a cool season environment, which that's typically what you're doing up here in the northern, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Pennsylvania, you're going to have a cool season grass. So if you take a big old pelt out, as long as it's not bent grass, you should try to get that grass and stomp it back down. But if you're playing in like bent grass fairways, your southern Zoyses or Bermudas, they want you to put sand because that'll fill right back up. And if you've ever played like down south and you take a big old pelt out of the fairway, if you pack that thing back down, it just dies. And then they'd rather you put sand in so the new blades will come up through it and it's still smooth. But up here, it's like sod. You can pretty much just take the pelt, the divot that you take out, and pat it back down. The roots should take back off and heal itself. But we still put sand in the carts. Just, it works out. There's my boy DJ. Come on. Come on. Has anyone tried to wash their non-golf balls in the ball washer? I don't think so. I think Rondo washes underwear and the ball washers. I'm just kidding. Rondo makes an appearance in the next video I'm working on. Yeah. If I wanted to start a leveled front lawn, well, I can't really see all that comment, but I think you're asking about leveling your front lawn, maybe? Crickson? Man, I don't know. There's a lot to it, but depending on what type of grass you got, if you needed to level it, you got to either try to roll it, or you're going to have to get a 3 or 4 year plan to top dress it and, you know, continue to add sand to those low spots to help bring it level. I don't know. If I beat you on this course, do I get the rights? Also, I'm 13. I've been golfing for 1 month. I don't know about that. I never said I was a good golfer. I don't want to take no chances on getting beat, getting my golf course taken away. Greetings from Philly suburbs. I'm a big fan of your Field of Dreams. Well, thank you. I'm a big fan of it too. You'll notice, especially in shorts, I always put hashtag Field of Dreams. If you've ever watched the movie Field of Dreams, you know, it's a movie. It's made up. But I would be hard to argue that this is not the real Field of Dreams. Now, we don't have cars lined up out the road like they do in the movie. But if you really sit down and think about, you know, 5 years ago, this was just woods. And if you've watched for very long of a time, you've seen this transform. This hack shack was a wooden pallet with a little fake turf mat on it. I started recording it. People started inquiring, how do I come and check it out? And that's when it was a dump. I mean, we had 7 holes, but I think people liked what I was doing. They maybe liked where they thought I was going. And now our little Field of Dreams has turned into something pretty special. Not from how nice it's become or how cool it is, but for the people who want to come. And they come from everywhere. They do. They come from North America. They come from everywhere. They come from other continents here. And there's more that want to come. You know, we're not able to hold a lot of people. That's honestly why I put that Field of Dreams hashtag in all the short form videos. It is. I think it is. How's my fire? Ohio has plenty of cornfields. I actually am in the part of Ohio with cornfields. They're just over the hill. I promise. My buddy Roger Dodger, I see him on here. He's cussing. I'm getting text on the screen up here from him. My buddies are all cussed in the background. I'm trying to concentrate, give you guys a good delivery tonight, and my farmer friend and my heathen friends, they're trying to disrupt that. So we're doing good though. We're doing good. Full 18 holes soon. No. I will tell you this. On this property, there's 140 acres. There's about 20 acres of pastures out front. I don't have it. I don't have it either. Okay, the audio should be back. Now I'm getting phone calls on my phone, so I don't know. I should have turned that off. So audio's back. We missed all that. I was talking. Oh, I think. I think when the audio, I did get a call. So I think what I was saying was, and this was kind of important. That wasn't by design. There is routing. There's 20 acres up front. There's 140 acres total with this property. I could probably do 4 greens. With those 4 greens, there could be a nice loop. You know, we could, add different tee boxes. So as you go around the loop, you would play a different tee box, different angles. Kind of goes back to the time and money thing I've talked about before. But, I've sit here and talked about how everybody wants to come here and then we can only handle one group, blah, blah, blah. If I had 4 greens where we could actually routing and spread out, then we could handle more people. Maybe that's the pipe dream. Imagine if I didn't have to work in town and deal with my normal business. Then I could just mow greens all day and tinker with fairways, and I could be a content mega machine. But don't get excited. That's definitely not happening anytime soon. Definitely not. How much does a property like that cost? I don't want to talk about that. I've talked about that to folks right here by this campfire, but it's been in person. Ever considered throwing a new pattern down on the fairway? Yeah, so tonight I mowed it east to west, west to east. It's just with the angle of when I fly the drone, you always see that north-south pattern. And even if I go east to west for 2 straight weeks, both patterns still show up, and that's why you see that pattern. Blake, we talked about that earlier. We are reviewing the subscriber tournament applications, brother. Did you ever face legal issues when becoming a golf course? Are we really a golf course? No, I've not faced any legal issues. That's a part of what I'm doing that I don't like. But no, we're good. Hello from Nova Scotia. Spud Run is my favorite channel on YouTube. That gets a big old come on. Say it with me, Hobie. Come on. To apply for the subscribers tournament, you send an email to subscribe. I think it's subscriber at spudrun. Subscriber spudrungmailcom. Actually, it's in the video description of the last long form. I really don't remember. I think it's spudrunsubscriber@gmail.com. Spudrunsubscriber@gmail.com. Actually, when I was recording that last video and I was trying to say that because I just created the email and I should have had outtakes because I could not get that down because I'm so used to saying spudrungolf@gmail.com, and I jacked it up so much. Oh, guys, we have been on here 50 minutes. Oh my goodness. The fire's still doing good. Earlier we had a little scare with the fire. I wasn't scared, but we had a little scare with the fire. Last thing. Our crew is going to Upper Deck Golf tomorrow at Ohio Stadium. That's where the Buckeyes play. So they come in, you go through the stands to the upper deck of the stadium, and they have targets down in the field, and then you sit up there and you hit the targets, you keep the score. A really, really cool thing. So we've got like 8 of us going tomorrow to do upper deck golf up at Ohio Stadium. Very cool. So we're really excited about that. We'll still work a little bit in the morning and then shag out, get some lunch, just hang out up there. It's going to be awesome. Do you sharpen the reel mowers yourself? I do not. I have to send the reel mowers off, and yeah, I don't have no way. It takes a pretty special machine to sharpen the reel mower. I do backlap them, so that's something I can do in house. Is backlapping with. You put your drill on it, you reverse it, and there's some like sand paste you put on it. So I think I actually do that in one of the next videos. In case you missed, I'm behind on videos. That's okay. Go Army, watching from New York City. Yeah. This channel makes me miss the South. We're not even in the South, brother. We're in Ohio. I'm an Ohio boy. Hi, Greg. You're getting here late, brother, but you can go back and watch this. And if anybody else is kind of catching on late, here in an hour or so, this whole live stream will be up as like a normal video, and you can go back and watch me ramble on for damn near an hour. Here is Ricky. Ricky Settlemar, where you been, brother? Like, Spud Run doesn't run itself. Like, you're just now getting here, man. Come on. Ricky is my buddy from Kakalaki. It came up last year. Had an absolute ball. He got thrown into the 9-hole beer challenge. Ricky from Kakalaki. And Ricky's coming back in September. He was a hoot. An absolute hoot. It reminds me of my childhood in Bama. Brad G says, did you quit your day job? No. Brad, you said the vlog seemed like you're working at the course all day. So the day 1 and day 2 was Saturday, Sunday. So I was here. So then no, like, I mean, I'm rolling in at 4 or 5 in the evening, and then just I'm doing my normal stuff. I'm not creating jobs to do. I'm doing like a daily vlog for shorts. I'm not actually just inventing jobs to record. I'm actually doing my jobs and recording them. And I said I was going to do 30 days, but I'll be the first to let the cat out of the bag. I'll be lucky to make it 7 days because it slows me down. I really don't have the time. So like the first day I said 30-day challenge, it became a 7-day challenge. We'll be happy to do 7 days. But they're getting tons of views. You know, I make one short video. I keep it under a minute. And I'll put it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And they do good. I mean, but the problem is, like tonight, I mowed for the evening. And that's, you can only just watch somebody mow for so long. So, yeah, we're going to do 7 days. All right, one more question. SNR has asked this several times, more than once. He says, let's say this stream is being watched by the golf gods. What offering are you making to earn their blessing? I will throw another piece of wood on the fire. That will keep not only the stream tonight happy, it will keep the golf gods happy. And no, I don't know. That question's way too deep. Oh my goodness. Who's this SNR Golf, dude? Next time we're going to have to get a moderator in this unit. All right, guys, we went an hour. That's probably a record. We've had the most people on here watching, which was awesome. You know, we like to say over and out, so stay tuned. We'll have a long form video coming out maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. Let's hope. All right, guys. Hold on. We're guys. There's this. Get over here, you dummy.
You're still talking about something else?
We're getting ready to say over and out.
Go ahead and do it.
What do you say it? The Ohio Fine Farmer just rolled in. Planting season has started for him, so I feel blessed to have him in our presence tonight. But I doubt I'm going to get him camera. So without him, your boy here, Jeremy, is going to say, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing with us. Spud Run Golf. Over and out.